Happy day, AliXB fam. So obviously Ali here to talk to you about my first and second trimester, because now I'm in the third trimester. Even though I wanted to do those whole like bump date videos weekly, I just wasn't feeling it. So let's go find out how I endured or handled my first and second trimester. A little backstory on how I found out that I was pregnant. In December, Chris and I decided that we were going to take out my birth control and start our family. We didn't really think that it would take right away, just because I've been on birth control for so long and you hear all these stories like with your body needing to adjust and all of that. So we didn't really think that it was going to take right away, but come February, even after receiving my 2 monthly visits from Aunt Flo, we fell pregnant. I found out by wanting to take a pregnancy test just because I knew that I was going to be drinking and I wanted to be sure that I wasn't going to be harming any potential chances of having a child. So I went ahead and took that test, saw it, instant pink cross on the pregnancy test, and just was ecstatic. I called my mom crying because I was so happy and all of this, and she was one of the people that knew already that it wouldn't take me long to get pregnant. So it was just nice to know that, like, yeah, it didn't, so whatever. Anyway, I told Chris and he was happy, as you saw on the video. We later tried to calculate it all. Because I was tracking my periods, it was easier for us to find out when we were expecting and when our due date would be. So our due date is October 15 is the actual due date, and I'm sorry, somebody's bush cutting. Anyway, so the due date itself is October 15. At that time, it put us at like 5 weeks pregnant, and I didn't feel pregnant at all. The only things that I felt were like pregnancy. Sorry, my arm's doing its own little thing here. I have my max, my rough of a scruff right here. So yeah, I just felt as if I was gonna get my period. I had sore boobs, I had headaches, I was always tired, and now those are my like PMS symptoms as well. So it wasn't until 8 weeks or so that I hit the nausea phase of pregnancy, and it sucked. I'm talking about calling out of work multiple times, actually being off the schedule for 2 whole weeks because I just could not get out of bed. I couldn't eat anything, and I mean anything, without throwing up. I wouldn't even drink water without exorcisting the entire thing back up. I would also get extremely car sick even when I would drive myself. Now, excuse me, like, I do have notes here, and I did write it out script style, because I honestly get pregnancy brain, and yes, that's a real thing. You experience, I think it's called short-term memory loss or something like that, and it's just, whew. Especially when you're like, you know what you want to talk about and you know like what it is you're trying to say, but you just can't find the words for it. It's so frustrating. Obviously, first time pregnancy, so my husband and I were worried and called the hospital, and they prescribed us Zofran, which is a pregnancy safe nausea medicine. It worked. I was finally able to eat again. I could not eat big meals, but I was at least able to get something into my system and it stay in my system. But if I did by chance overeat, I would still like throw up, which sucked, but it was whatever. Oh, the first thing that I really started to be able to like stomach without the Zofran were turkey sandwiches from Subway. Like, I couldn't eat a turkey sandwich from Base or from like Submarina or anything. Like, it had to be a turkey sandwich from Subway, and it had to have like specific ingredients and the specific bread and all of this, or else it will just throw up again. And it's crazy how picky your body is at this time. And if I wasn't eating a sandwich, I would just eat like soup broth and rice. So like ichiban and rice, or kadu and rice. Like that's all I could really eat. I couldn't really eat the actual the vegetables or the chicken or the beef or anything that was inside the kadu. I couldn't eat it. It was just like the broth and rice. Craziest thing for anyone that actually knows me is I love pickles. I grew up eating pickles. I could eat an entire jar of pickles in a day if they let me, and I, for the life of me, could not eat a single bite of a pickle. Like once I had a bite of a pickle, I would throw up, and it sucks because pickles are my favorite thing in the entire world. Like being in my 3rd trimester, I can handle it now, but in early pregnancy I just couldn't, and I would like be so irritated with everything. Also, I just wanted to throw this in there that constipation in your 1st trimester is a thing. They don't let you know, or they tell you that it's really in your 3rd trimester or towards the end of your 2nd trimester, but no, it's a thing in your 1st trimester as well. And this is TMI, but I could not freaking poop for weeks. So for your 2nd trimester, it is when you are 14 to 26 weeks, and I did not stop throwing up from my 1st trimester till about 20 weeks. So I didn't stop needing the Zofran until 20 weeks. I was able to eat other things, which was nice, but throwing up all the dang time, even at work and doing all of this, like it was tiring. But once I stopped throwing up, it was really great. I was able to just relax and not worry about like, oh, if I eat this, it's just gonna come up later. Like I can't drink this because it's cold and da, 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 da. Like, yeah, I thought about all of that. I still felt like crap all the time, but it's okay. We went through it. We did it. A lot of my friends would tell me, it was just like, oh, you have this pregnancy glow, like you look so good. When I'm pregnant, I want to look like you. Like, oh, thank you. I feel like crap. I just woke up and I'm just here. I feel like crap, but if you're trying to make me feel better, thank you. I was also told that in my 1st trimester that you could start to see my baby bump, and I think that was just gas, because now I have a bump, like a big bump. In my 2nd trimester, that's when I was really able to start saying that I felt him kick with confidence. I mean, in your 1st trimester you feel things, but you don't like know if it's gas or if it's baby or if it's anything. But in my 2nd trimester, I was able to say with confidence that I could feel my baby moving. So I've heard flutters and I've heard popcorn, but what do you and your doctor, your friends, your family members call early baby movements? Let me know in the comments down below. Well, for the rest of my 2nd trimester, I wasn't really doing anything besides working. Since the nausea and all of that was gone, I was able to just buck up and go to work like a grown woman and take care of my own. I'm sorry I keep touching my hair. Like, I really wanted to just put it up, because also since pregnancy, like my hair is always up. Like, I cannot have it down. I'm too hot. I just want to put it up all the time. I've also gained quite amount of weight in my pregnancy. It is a lot more than I thought I would. I know that for pregnancy, they want you to gain like roughly 25-30 pounds, around there. I need to stop gaining weight now, so that way I can just stay in the safe zone. That's pretty much it for my 1st and 2nd trimester video. I don't really have much to say about my 2nd trimester because it's been great. I didn't have to like throw up all the damn time or any of that, so nothing horrible about my second trimester. First trimester was crap. Again, sorry for looking the way I do. I just really wanted to film this for you guys. And I apologize for all of the roosters and bush cutting and all of this that happens around in my house. There's also a lighting change that I've noticed, and that's because I'm using my window as well as my light. All sorts of different difficulties coming about. I have a little different setup. I'd kind of like it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but that's my bed. I think the next video that you will see is my gender reveal video, so look out for that. So that was all about my first and second trimester. I hope you enjoyed the video. I apologize for all the noise and the lighting change in my face. It's just a mess, a hot mess, hopefully. But yeah, okay, bye.